1. Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Weirdo Watchlist Podcast. My name is Mikey, and that's Sam. We're here to talk about movies. Movies that we like and have seen recently, and movies from the Weirdo Watchlist on Letterboxd, created by Tyler. Do I say anything else for the intro? Did I just breeze through it?
I think you just nailed all of it. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. Okay.
Shout out Tyler.
Yeah, let's fucking talk about movies then, I guess. What have you seen lately?
Well, the one that's on my mind right now, because I watched it today, I saw the TV glow. Maybe I should say I saw the TV glow, and it was fantastic. So damn good. I mean, it lives up to the hype and more. It is truly just like so unique. It's so unique, and like it hits you in this emotional core, and it doesn't really ever let you go. I just loved every fucking second of it. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I watched it this weekend, or like over the past weekend.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I talked to you, like, hey, we should both see Trap. I've seen Trap. You should go see Trap. We'll talk about that for the podcast. I didn't tell you about I saw the TV glow. You just happened to watch it today.
Yeah.
Unless you did plan for it.
I saw that. I did see that. I wanted to get it done before the podcast because I had access to it, right?
Sure.
And like it's on streaming now, so I was like, I would like to talk about it because I think it's going to be really good. And I was correct. It was so goddamn good. The lighting in the movie is just like things I've never wouldn't have even guessed. And I was like, how are they doing that? They were shining lights through like water to like make weird effects. Like there was so much just visual cool shit in this movie.
Yeah.
And like filmmaking and all of that aside, like the story is just like it hit hard. It hit me so hard. And I don't want to get into spoilers, but the ending, it's just a heartbreaker.
It destroyed me when the movie ended. I couldn't fucking breathe. No,
it leaves you speechless. At like this very last scene, right before you're like, is this actually how they're ending it? And then, yep, that's how they end. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, no, I feel exactly the same fucking way.
Yep.
Had medium expectations. My coworker Pat, friend of the show, loves it. It's his favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, good.
And then like some other friends that have seen it are like, yeah, it's okay, it's pretty good. I get it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where exactly I was gonna fall into it, but
yeah.
I've seen the director's other movie last year. We're All Going to the World's Fair, which I enjoyed.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I think I might have brought it up. It might be on the wheel too. So
it's been on my watch list for a while.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid. I really enjoyed it. So I was excited to see like this one coming out, especially getting pretty insane reviews coming out of like whatever festivals it was happening. Like,
imagine seeing this at a festival. It would have been like a dream. It would have been like literally walking into a theater and everybody being in a shared dream experience. It would have been incredible, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So no wonder 5 stars everywhere.
Yeah, it's genuinely like a really special kind of movie, especially because like all like the themes and tackles of like trans identity, gender dysphoria. I get it. Like that's like the whole thing. I was like thinking the whole time. I was like, if this is what fucking gender dysphoria feels like, goddamn, holy shit.
Right.
Nightmare.
Yeah. What a like important story to tell, and like and like it doesn't end happily, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. I don't know. I just it's gonna be such a good rewatch. I know it.
Oh. Yeah, no, I would be like excited to spin for the wheels just so that we can really like get much deeper into it, talk about it for like 20-30 minutes.
Plot details and stuff, spoilers and stuff. Absolutely.
Spoilers. I really just kind of want to say fucking talk spoilers now because again like I know you said on Letterboxd is like definitely going to be a top favorite for you this year. It's one of my favorites of the year too, like number 2, I think.
Yeah.
Only one other movie hasn't beat so far.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Is it Hundreds of Beavers?
Hundreds of Beavers, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's still my favorite, but this one damn near close second. Same with Twisters.
Hell yeah. Oh, I saw Twisters too.
You saw Twisters?
I saw Twisters. Oh yeah, my girlfriend, my sister, and my mom, we all went, and we had just a goddamn blast, bro. That movie rocks.
Fucking blast, dude.
I think you said last episode that like you were so happy that like summer blockbusters are back, and goddamn, hell yeah, I think you might have said that, but damn, yeah, what a fucking great, like up there with like Top Gun Maverick had the same type of like feeling for me.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can't believe this, legacy sequel thing is hitting so hard right now. It's like they made a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm scared of NATO's.
Yeah. Comparison to like Top Gun Maverick. It doesn't feel like it's here to like save cinema like Top Gun Maverick kind of did. You know, like especially with like the fucking like legs Maverick had, where like sold out shows all fucking summer long.
That was wild. That was so fun. I'm so glad I worked.
Yeah.
I worked at a theater during that. I worked in St. Cloud. It was wild. I was just like, no, they're still sold out. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to wait a couple more hours.
Yeah, like
and then families going like, oh, we're gonna have to go to a diner. Like everybody needed to see Top Gun so bad.
It was like truly like a one of a kind fucking movie, and like, just feels so surreal that it happened. And then Twisters like emulates at least like the feeling of like watching it.
Yeah, it didn't culturally do the same thing.
Definitely not. Definitely not like culturally hitting, but people are thirsting over Glenn Powell all over TikTok.
And it's doing well.
It's doing moderately well.
Deadpool. It's not Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool's been setting records like crazy.
Crazy, but no, Twisters, like perfect summer blockbuster, kind of what we've needed since Top Gun. I mean, like Barbenheimer happened last year, but like Oppenheimer's not like a summertime go to the theaters have a blast kind of a movie.
Yeah.
Barbie kind of fits that bill, but not.
I feel like these are all like very American movies, and like maybe that's like the same vein they're all coming out of. But it's so good to see that and it like work so well.
Yeah.
I was happy to see it. I would see it again, and I'm glad I saw it in theaters because goddamn, it's a big, loud. The theater I was in was nice and loud, which is I love. And it's just a big, beautiful movie. I loved it. Just
big movie.
I want to cheer.
Yeah, real movie experience, I think.
Yep. I'm glad I bought the popcorn and I had the slushie. Legit, like it was. I was back as a child in the cinema. Yeah. Anyway, well, God, what else did we see? We saw one other thing.
Trap. M. Night Shyamalan's new Trap.
Trap.
Another top favorite of mine this year.
Oh man, it was good. It was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I know, like, there's a lot of like discourse around it too. Like the people who seem to like really hate Deadpool and Wolverine are the same people who really love Trap, and that's just too fucking mind-boggling for some people. Like, how the fuck can you guys say you guys don't know how to like? You guys don't know how to have fun, but you're having a blast at Trap? What the fuck's going on here?
I liked it.
I loved it, yeah.
I didn't like... I don't think it really stuck for me in the end, but I'm not gonna lie. The biggest thing it did was, like, it made me, like, see all these M. Night Shyamalan tropes, I guess you could call them, like, just super front and center, and I'm mostly saying this because the last 2 nights I've watched Split and Old. About, you know what that's about.
Yeah.
It's the beach that makes you old.
Gotta go to the beach.
And it was way better. It was way better this time because like I liked that in Trap. I was watching it and I didn't care that all of the dialogue was just cringy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was bad dialogue, but like it didn't matter really. Like there was just like once you like Josh Hartnett's performance of just like being broken and just like it seemed like bad acting. I think a lot of people were talking about that. Like, is this bad acting or is this him doing this on purpose?
Let me say this. It's my favorite actor performance of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see an Oscar nomination for sure.
I don't think that's going to happen, but he's at the top of my list.
I don't know how they feel about M. Night Shyamalan over there at the Academy.
Nothing good since The Sixth Sense.
I mean, he's doing these things more independently now, which is so cool.
Yeah, he self-finances all of his movies and then just foots the distribution and marketing bill to studio. and they take
Well-
it because it's so cheap to do, and his movies make like twice the budget, like no fucking problem.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for all the Hollywood politics and whatever, I feel like it deserves, obviously, the nomination. Whether it'll get it, I guess.
It won't.
To be
It
seen.
won't.
Yeah, right. But, God, yeah, it was great. But anyway, so his performance and, like, all of that, like, I don't care about the dialogue being cringy because I can look past it. I'm now watching Old the very next day after watching Trap, and I'm, like, loving it a lot more and noticing a lot more, like, really cool cinematography stuff that he was doing in Trap as well.
Oh, yeah.
Cool shit.
I haven't seen Old since it came out in theaters, and I hated it, but I also
Did you?
understood that, like, this is just one of the most insane movies that I'll never forget. Like,
Right.
I kind of love it for that, too, because it is it's so fucking absurd. Like, you got a guy named Midsize Sedan, that's his rapper name. You're on a beach that makes you old.
Oh man, it's great. Honestly, I
feel like if I do watch it, I am just only gonna love it.
I mean, Trap made me appreciate Old more, I guess.
And
just M. Night Shyamalan
about
films.
Trap too, like going back to like the absurd dialogue and like acting, there are like a few performances where I was like, okay, no, this is actually bad and not Josh Hartnett just doing a bit. Right.
Yeah.
Because
right.
you got moments, right, where Josh Hartnett talks to his daughter. He's like, "Hey, what if we go over here and check this out? You know, wouldn't that be kind of crazy?" Like, just about that same level, same tone. Where like his daughter's like, "What are you talking about, Dad? We can't do that. We're in the middle of the concert."
Yeah. Right.
So like whatever Josh Hartnett is doing is working 100% for me.
Yeah.
And then some of the other performances feel like a lot more like this is their first time acting on screen, and they're trying to work with M. Night Shyamalan's style of dialogue.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But again, I had just a complete blast. I watched it with like my fiance and then some of her coworkers, and they were very mixed on it. My fiance not so much. She had a pretty solid fun time too. She enjoyed it.
Good. My girlfriend loved it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
Cinema's back, baby.
Cinema's back, baby. M. Night's here. Like,
M. Night's here to save summer blockbusters.
All you Marvel fans, get out of here. Go home. It's our turn. M. Night's back.
Let the adults come to the theaters.
It's now the men's turn to watch a movie.
What if, like, so when I went to Deadpool on opening night, I think 12 of the 16 theaters in the place I was at were Deadpool showings.
Yeah.
What if it was like that for Trap?
I would fucking be delighted. I would.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I would just go back to back to back, make sure I hit every single theater, and just watch the movie.
We need more Anomaly box office hits. We need it. We need more.
Yeah. Jim Cameron, get back in the director chair. I know you're busy directing Avatar 3 and 4, but
do some of the craziest shit you can think of, and we'll market it, and people will come. People will come.
People will come. People come see Trap. People come see Old.
Man. Old 2.
Older.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is back, out of retirement. We're back in the Unbreakable universe.
Oh, man. I remember that not making sense to me when I first watched it. I was just like, Bruce Willis? Yeah, so the end of Split.
Yeah.
When Bruce Willis is like the twist, and I'm like, the twist is that there's like a cliffhanger and that there's a new character played by Bruce Willis, but it wasn't a new character. That was the twist.
That's the thing that kind of irks me about like people's expectations for an M. Night Shyamalan movie is that like they think there is always going to be a twist. And like I saw like one trailer reaction from a friend of Yoda Joe's, Jedi Joey, and he was like,
"Love you." Bold
move for them to reveal the twist in the trailer. And I was like, "That's not the fucking twist. That's the setup. That's the pitch of the movie." It's like you're watching Old, and the twist is that the beach makes them old. That's not the twist. That's the movie.
The movie knows that you know.
Yeah, like Josh Hartnett being the butcher trapped at the concert is the movie and the driving force. And it's
not a big reveal.
Great.
It's obvious.
Yeah. It's like 15 minutes into the movie, he like pulls out his murder app on his phone.
Yeah.
And like It's like, oh, look at this. I'm stuck, and this guy, oh my god. So yeah, common complaint. What's the twist gonna be? Is there even a twist? What the fuck is the point of this twist? With Split, I don't think it's much of a twist that Bruce Willis is in the movie. That's sequel bait. That's a sequel setup.
Yeah, true.
The twist ending in Old, I think, functions as like kind of a twist. Like the government's in on it, you know, like they're sending them there on purpose.
I think that's Glass.
No, the ending of Glass is just that, like, oh, there are more people like Mr. Glass and James McAvoy and Bruce Willis. That's I think the ending of Glass, if I remember right.
I don't remember how Glass ends, to be honest with you, but the ending of Split, the twist, if there is one, there's nothing about the government in it at all.
No, I'm talking about Old. The twist ending of Old is like the pharmaceutical
companies.
Yeah. They're in on it, sending people there to like test medication to see how it affects long term and how, but doing it very quickly because they're on a beach that makes them old.
Yeah, and there's no plot holes in that at all, and I love it.
I am excited to rewatch it. I've been thinking about rewatching it like since Trap, but I've also been thinking about like rewatching like Blowout or like some other De Palma movies because like Trap.
I love Blowout.
Trap felt very De Palma to me. Like there's like split diopters. There's like some. Insane,
oh man, I said that to my girlfriend. I was like, "There's the shot where they're in the background and they're in the foreground, and they use this
both in focus at the same time. How is that possible?"
I mansplained some shit in the car for real, for real. I'm sure it was appreciated.
Yeah.
But goddamn, yeah, it was good. It was a really good time. And my expectations of an M. Night Shyamalan twist did get in the way at the end because I still have this. I wanted something to click. I wanted there to be a twist to make these certain things click because in my head that's what I was focusing on. I was like, okay, why is, I don't want to do too many spoilers, but why is he seeing his mom and this? And there was nothing that made them click together. So in my head, I'm just like, there's a bunch of like little plot holes that just things don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And it made me, bring it from like, I really loved this movie to okay, it was good, but just not satisfying at the end, I guess. Sure. For me. But if you were able to go in without that, I bet you had a way better time.
Loved it. Top 5 of the year.
Ooh.
Top 6, I think, actually, because I saw the TV Globe bumped it back down to 6.
Oh, God, yeah. I want to watch it again.
What a movie I saw the TV Globe. Let's go back to that.
Let's go back to the fucking movie of the century. Seriously, it's like some of the shit, like just the long monologue shots where they're talking. So there was the scene towards the end. I don't want to get into spoilers again, but where basically there's just a monologue shot in a planetarium thing.
Yeah.
And it goes on for a little while.
It's a
and then
long monologue, yeah.
Yeah, and the character then turns to the camera and is talking at the camera, and then eventually, like, the dialogue kind of switches to, like, oh, they're talking to Owen, and then it goes back into a scene. I was just like, there was so much interesting stuff going on, so much stuff that is just so creative, and I've never seen, and it just worked on every goddamn level, and I felt some strong-ass feelings, especially... God, nope, that's going to be a spoiler. I'll talk about it later. We will talk about it later, but...
Save it for the wheel episode. Maybe we just say fuck it and just choose
and we do one.
From the watch list.
There you go.
Forget the
wheel. Once a year for Christmas, we get to choose the movie.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Like every so often at least. That way, like mix it up. Talk about a movie that we know would be fun to talk about instead of. It
does get old when we get a bunch of stinkers in a row.
Yeah, no, that kind of gets infuriating. Like, ugh. How do we talk about this movie?
I'm excited to hear what you think about this week's movie. Actually,
I'm excited too, but I still want to keep talking a little bit about I Saw the TV Globe because careful with that.
Sorry.
I don't edit the episodes. I can't edit that out.
That was my microphone stand, people. Nobody farted. Did it sound like a fart? I can't actually hear it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sick.
But anyway, big thing I felt like about like I saw the TV Glow. Like some of it feels kind of like Twin Peaksy, and that might also come from like personal bias because I'm actively watching Twin Peaks: The Return right now.
Oh, are you? I want to
So
watch
like,
that.
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm like
Hmm.
6 episodes in.
I did see somebody on my probably Letterboxd say it was like somebody finally doing Lynchian suburban like middle class
Yeah,
horror, like not horror, I guess, but like doing that so well, and doing things that are so innovative that it feels very uh, unique, just like Lynch, I
yeah,
suppose.
and
Unique like something that doesn't really make sense, but you
yeah,
get what I
and
mean.
like the show within the movie that like is like I think like part of like the driving narrative is like the pink opaque, and that feels kind of like a child's version of Twin Peaks. At least
Yeah,
like as they're like talking about it like at the beginning of the movie, like Monster of the Week mystery goosebump style. Um, girls show, I guess. I guess it's for girls.
it's for girls.
At least that's what Fred Durst told me.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah,
that. That was Fred Durst. That's so
yeah.
wild. Just one
Director
of those days.
director of the Fanatic, Fred Durst.
Haven't seen that. Have you?
Dude, I hope we can. I hope it's on the wheel.
Oh god.
I would love to watch the Fanatic for an episode.
All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch a Fred Durst movie.
Um. Anyway, so yeah, like it reminded me a lot of like yeah, like a kidsy Twin Peaks, and then I think that also comes out because like the director Jane Schoenbrunn is also a huge Twin Peaks fan. Like a lot of like Twin Peaks is just like a huge inspiration for her. I think like Pat like watched it like saw the movie at the Alamo back when it premiered, and it like happened to coincide with a director Q&A, and that's when she was like, yeah, no, Twin Peaks is just a huge inspiration for me. I mean, like who isn't inspired by Twin Peaks these days? Am I right? So
I mean, not me yet.
yeah. Yeah, you ought to, because then we can talk about Fire Walk with Me, because that's another just fucking
Yeah.
gut wrenching gut punch of a movie.
Oh god. Yeah, I've heard that. I love those types of things.
Yeah, it's don't watch it with your girlfriend, because Lord Almighty, is it a horrible time. Just an unforgiving watch.
Destroy.
Just
She probably wouldn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. There's certain movies I just know I should watch by myself.
yeah.
But
Thankfully,
me and my girlfriend have been watching great movies together, and she's been loving a lot of them. And that we're finding the good cinema, and I love that.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, we went to a movie, Clarence, and oh God, what it was like a biblical times. The Book of Clarence, it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I thought I was never gonna be able to bring my girlfriend to a movie again. I was really worried. I was like, I just ruined it because it was pretty bad. I mean, it was. I tried to like it a lot, but it was a snoozer.
I've been meaning to watch that one, because like I like Lakeith Stanfield. I ought to watch more stuff
Me
he's
too.
in.
He was great, but like,
And,
whatever. It's
yeah,
not.
and I saw like I was like, oh, this is an interesting concept. Guy pretends to be Jesus, like the next Messiah.
Yeah.
And then I saw like reviews start trickling in, like, oh, all right. But
Yeah.
it's on Netflix, so I can watch it if
Is
I
it?
choose to.
Go watch 15 minutes. You'll get the idea. It doesn't get better. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
it's just kind of monologue-y scenes, and they're fine. They're fine. They're really just an okay. It's just an okay movie.
Okay, that's a
Yep.
shame, but
Hey, it's a shame. I'm saving your time.
I'll get to it. I mean, it's Christ, that movie's like decently long, isn't it? Like at least longer.
Yeah,
than
it
should be.
was. It was like over 2 hours for sure. I thought.
Definitely over 2 hours. I remember that.
Yeah.
Where is it? Book of Clarence.
Book of Clarence.
2 hours and 9 minutes.
Too long.
Yeah. So pretty like in the middle reviews for it. 3.1. So not like a devastating like 2.0, like some movies we end up watching, but
Yeah.
Can't think of
Oh,
anything else like groundbreaking I've seen. I mean, do you just want to like continue right into the film of the week?
I'm
The movie
excited to
episode?
talk about it. I'm excited to talk about it.
I did
Yes.
a bit of research for it, a couple of YouTube video essays, and I think it makes me
Oh,
want to watch the movie a little bit more. And
did
that
you like it on first view?
I did. We should clarify too. The movie is Werner Herzog's 1977 movie Heart of Glass, about
Yeah.
a depressed Bavarian town because their master glassmaker is dead and took the Krabby Patty secret formula with him to the grave. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, like and that's like the entire like plot of the movie. It's just them dealing with it, like their entire economic industry is glass blowing, and then their fanciest guy who knows how to make the glass turn red
Their
died.
fanciest guy.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's fucked.
He's fucked. He's in the ground, and no, and he took the recipe for ruby glass with him. Doesn't know.
Damn
Nobody
shame.
else knows how to do it. They're all trying, and they're not doing a good job at it. So kind of like goes into like a hypnotic depression almost, very just obsessive, like state, and it's very methodical and slow. You're right about that when you texted me about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot I texted you.
Yeah, you gave
That's funny.
me and Vince a hard one. Like, guys, get fucking ready. This one's a snoozer.
Yeah. It took me 3 times to watch it.
Oh my lord. It took
Yeah.
me one time, but I almost fell asleep because I started it at 1 a.m.
Well, like as much as I do enjoy the movie, caveat. But like there was some scenes that were just long music shots of the foreground or like a field or mountains.
Landscape, yeah.
A landscape, there you go. And that's pretty boring.
I like those scenes. I thought those were fun.
Little
Change of pace for like listening to a guy speak German for 30 minutes, predicting the future, and then I get a nice little break. Like, okay, like I'm jamming out. I'm like the scenery's like washing over me. I'm into it. I kind of like those bits.
Did the version you watched just start? Like it just started?
Yes.
Like, there's no credits or anything? Okay, just fade from black to there's the movie?
Yeah.
It's going? Okay. Yeah, mine too. Okay.
I mean, I watched
That
it on
was
Tubi,
interesting.
so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I suppose we both did. Shouts out Tubi. We love Tubi.
We jerked him off last week.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, no, some of those were a little long for me, but like I do appreciate them for getting the viewer into a more drone dreamlike. Like if you're sitting there just watching nothing, you're forced to get a little hypnotized yourself. Well, I'm sure we'll bring that up in a second, but
Yeah.
like it puts the viewer like into a headspace that makes the absurdness not matter. So
Yeah.
I appreciate them for that, but goddamn were they long, and it was hard. It was nap time most of the times I was watching it. I'm taking a nap in the middle of this scene.
It didn't help that I was very cozy in bed. My fiance asleep already.
Yeah.
Dog sleeping next to me. I'm all tucked in. Got my phone in an earbud, just like watching this movie.
Probably a great movie to fall asleep to. I wish I had it on VHS.
Almost got me a couple times, but I survived. I made it through, and I did enjoy it because again, it's very like methodical. You know, like the only like bright spots of like color in the movie are the glass. Just like that's the only like, bright colors in the movie. Everything else feels very like contemporary muddy painted sceneries like inside the village, like inside the bars. Everyone's like every townsperson is just in just a depressive mood, and then you got one guy just like rambling off predicting like the future, talking about like economic crashes and climate change. And it's
I loved all of his monologues. They're all great.
It was like kind of insane too, because like the movie's like set in like the late 1800s, but the way he's talking, it's like he's talking about like the present, and it kind of makes for an interesting like narrative.
Yeah.
For like the movie's main theme being like, like kind of like capitalism where it's like, but it's set like a modern late stage capitalist society set in the 1800s, commenting about the future. Kind of like drives you a little wacko, trying to like keep track of it all. But especially with like the rich pompous guy who owns the factory and effectively the town. Just like, you know what?
Yeah,
fuck it.
loved him.
We can't continue on like this. I'm burning this factory down.
He was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
He was great. I loved his little fucking, I don't even know, his attitude, his aura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Loved him.
So I definitely like really enjoyed the movie like as it went on. And then the next day I started like seeing like what I could find. Like whenever like we watch a movie for the podcast, I like to try and find like a video essay like explaining the movie, talking about it.
Yeah.
That way I can like maybe even about like the production, which sometimes is very hard for some movies like King in New York. Like I think one person on YouTube has ever talked about King in New York. But for Heart of Glass, I found a decent handful of videos. Not super long, not super in-depth, but enough to really make me appreciate the movie even more and kind of itch to rewatch it sooner.
Yeah.
Especially because like on YouTube, I found the full director's commentary with Werner Herzog. I don't know if it's in English or not, but it's available on YouTube.
Oh, cool. That'd be interesting.
And like one crazy behind the scenes like production quality to this movie is like Herzog decided to like hypnotize the fucking cast before each scene. So it's like as I was like watching the movie and seeing like some of these people just like blank faced staring, just like like freaking out, I was like, what the fuck is going on with these people? Why is everybody just motionless? And I was like really like trying to figure that out, and then I found out, that they were all hypnotized before the camera started rolling.
Yeah.
And Herzog had to be careful, like hypnotizing his crew on accident. He had to like make sure they weren't listening to him as he was hypnotizing the entire cast and addressing the crew in a different voice, so that way the cast didn't do what he said. Right? If he's like, I need the camera, I need you guys to move to the left, and then the whole cast would move to the left. It's like, no, I'm talking to the camera crew. it's like kind of a fucking insane thing to do to your cast, and it kind of makes it a little bit more effective. I
loved it. I'm sure it was consensual hypnotizing.
I'm
sure.
Yeah.
But that would have a fun way to be an actor too.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't hypnotize the prophet guy because he needed him like alert and just like kind of like pushing these ideas like through instead of just like mindlessly droning on about them. It'd be kind of weird for your prophet to be also just like half asleep. You know, when like I feel like the idea of a prophet would be to be like awake, spiritually awake and stuff, but. So he didn't get hypnotized, and then I think he had the idea to like do like a prologue and hypnotize the audience.
Yeah.
Before the movie would start, so that way
that'd be so cool.
Yeah, like the audience is also hypnotized, but then he was like, thought that was a stupid idea before he like went through with it, which is a shame because I thought it would have been funny to get hypnotized at 1 a.m.
Can you look up videos and get hypnotized by them? Because if you can, why wouldn't that be on YouTube? I'm about to have a good night tonight.
Yeah, I think there is like
getting hypnotized
videos for that. Like, I know the process is you have to be willing to get hypnotized. You know, like you can't just like run up to some bozo and just like snap your fingers and hypnotize him like that. It has to be like a willing process. Like.
Right.
I got like for my senior senior overnight school stay or whatever it is. Where they let like the seniors in high school stay the night in this school.
Fuck yeah.
What the fuck is that called? Senior party?
Lock-in?
Lock-in. They brought a hypnotist in. They usually always get a hypnotist for a lot of these high school lock-ins, but I got hypnotized, and the dude was like, I'll call you up here if I can sense that you're willing. You have to be 100% willing to do it. And it fucking worked. It was insane. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I always describe it as like in Get Out when you're in the empty place. You know, you're like aware of what's happening, but you have no control.
Whoa.
So one
that's
thing,
sick.
yeah. So one thing he told me to do was to like pretend you're on a presidential campaign. So go introduce yourself that you're running for office. So I did. I was like, "Hello, I'm running. And I said build a wall because it's 2016. there's like heat of the fucking 2016 election.
Oh no, you're gonna get shot.
Thankfully, I didn't.
Oh, thank God.
But yeah, and like he ended the thing was like, all right, I'm gonna snap my fingers. You're gonna come back, and you're not gonna remember a thing about this until you leave the building. And of course, like that happened. Everybody's like, okay, all right, back to normal shenanigans, I guess. Some people were pissed, were like, I didn't even fucking feel anything until they left. They're like, whoa, what happened?
Whoa.
But for me, because everybody was talking to me about it, like, did you feel anything? What was it like? And I told them like, I can't talk about it. I was struggling to even like say that like, yeah, I got hypnotized. I knew in my head like it did happen, and I'm trying to tell my friends it did, but like I physically couldn't tell them in real life. Yeah, it's an insane process. Like, but like
that's so cool.
Yeah, I know there's like a lot of doubters about it, like especially when they find out like you have to be willing to do it, or like you're just pretending. Like, no, it's a real thing. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it is like genuinely a kind of a crazy experience.
Well, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Wow. Anyway, so you want to get hypnotized by Werner Herzog and watch a movie?
Yeah, I think just if I find him on the street, I'll ask him to hypnotize me, because he like hired a hypnotist, but I think he just hated him. Like Werner Herzog just hated the hypnotist, so he fired him. And he's like, I'm gonna do it myself, and he did, and it worked.
Damn. All right. I wonder if I can hypnotize people.
Yeah. Had to do it quite a few times, because like they would like fall out of their trance on accident, so he had to like re-hypnotize them.
Oh, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, gonna meet up with Werner.
I'm gonna learn how to hypnotize my girlfriend. Make her say funny things into the Snapchat filters.
Yeah. I did see one crazy video about like talking about like this movie predicted 9/11.
What movie? Was it Kermit the Frog?
No, it was I'll see if I can find the video. But like it was like a snippet of like the guy like going off like the Iron Tower will crash, and the crash by the country's own hand, and the country will burn.
Jesus.
And I was like, kind of, I get it, you know, big Iron Tower, but we had two of them. We're still not sure if we did it or if a foreign nation did. That's a hot topic debate. And we've been doing pretty good since. So.
No statement.
Yeah.
No statement. I'm not looking to get on the watch list, just the weirdo watch list, buddy.
That's the only watch list we want to be on. The weirdo one. Not the weirdo because of some things we texted to other people of various ages, but the one about movies.
No comment. But no, I did really, really like not really, really like it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
You got it.
I understood it. I don't. It was a long watch, purposefully. I think slow.
Yeah,
and
deliberately.
You know,
hypnotic even.
It was a vision, and he made it come to life. And it seems like I can see that. It feels like it just came right out of his fucking skull.
Yeah.
Because there's interesting shit happening here, and I don't know what half of it means or why. Remember the fucking scene where the two guys are fighting very, very, I don't know, calmly?
Yeah. They're like smashing like beer mugs over each other, and like
one of them died.
Yeah.
Tragic.
again, like, very bizarre because, again, like, especially in context when you know they were hypnotized and they're trying to, like, film a fight scene, it's kind of funny a little bit. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then, like, some barmaid finds him in the morning and she's, like, blank faced, just like a blank slate of a woman, and then she just screams, like, ah! Ah! Yeah. Doesn't know what to do. I don't know if she, like, fully comprehends it, what happened, or maybe she really thinks that these men are dead. And then one of them's not. They like get a dog to, like, start, like, just freaking out on him.
Yeah.
Which was insane, like a crazy way to wake him up. Like, tie a dog to a leash and then poke at it, piss it off, and then just get it to start dancing on it. Like, that's the way you want to wake your guy up?
Oh.
With borderline animal abuse? Crazy.
Oh, well, I'll say right now, I think it belongs on the fucking watch list.
For sure.
God damn, that's the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's got a bizarre production, and yeah, somewhat of like a pretty big hit, with weirdos. Like, again, it's got pretty high marks for a movie that, like, has, like, such a bare bones molasses pace to it.
Yeah.
I can imagine this would be bad for enemy of the show, Austin. I think he would hate it.
I hope he watches it. I hope he watches it and this episode.
I know he watches each episode, or at least he tells me he does, but he doesn't watch any of the movies. That's why he's the enemy. He's not taking proper protocol. The purpose of the show is to watch movies we never would think about watching.
Club!
And talk about them. And you get the most fun out of that if you have also seen the movie.
Come on, enemy of the show.
Enemy of the show.
Become a friend of the show.
He hates that he's the enemy of the show, by the way. Like,
oh no.
Like, he texted me after, like, he saw Long Legs, and said, like, friend of the show, Vince hated Long Legs, but I enjoyed it, so why am I the enemy? Should the roles not be reversed?
I feel like you need to watch the movies.
Gotta watch the
movies.
You
gotta watch a couple. Okay, just a couple. If the ones that seem interesting to you, you can upgrade to friend.
Sure. I
you can do it.
You can upgrade him to friend. I'm not gonna, because I think we also need an enemy of the show if we have a friend of the show.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing.
True. It can't be light without darkness. So
yin and yang.
That's right.
So out of 10.
Out of 10. I don't even remember what I gave this on Letterboxd, but out of 10, I'm gonna say 4.
That's exactly what you gave it.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I did enjoy it. I think I would enjoy it a bit more on rewatch, especially again with the context of how this movie was made. And yeah, I really did think about just rewatching it last night. Like, the day after I watched it, I was like, kind of had a hard time not thinking about it. Yeah. But I know it's also a very slow-paced movie, so I abstained from it.
Yeah. Doesn't make me super excited to watch any of his other movies, but also a little bit intrigued.
I know he does, like, a lot of documentaries, too. I know he's got, like, another couple, like, other very bizarre weirdo movies, and then a lot of documentaries.
Sick.
So, again, like, kind of plays into that, to, like, the style of movie, too, with Heart of Glass, because there is just, like, a good 5 to, like, 10 minutes of just dudes blowing glass.
Yeah.
They're not even, like, trying to make the fucking ruby glass at that point. They're all just glass making. They're all just, like, blowing it, twirling it. One dude's making a horse.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, I enjoyed it fairly well.
Good.
And again, I would like to rewatch it at some point. Maybe if I do decide to, like, go through, like, his other movies, check them out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll spin another one. 7 out of 10. Not bad.
It'd be crazy to do 2 Werner Herzog movies back to back completely by chance.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we spin the wheel then?
I think we should.
All right, the wheel is up.
Should.
It's still spinning.
Oh my, your spins are over. We put a lot of grease on it this week.
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm so excited for this one. Okay,
Okay.
this one I'm gonna. Okay, so the movie is Tetsuo 2 Body Hammer, which is a sequel to Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is a movie I watched for the first time like 2 years ago.
Body Hammer, 1992. That's when I was born.
Old man, co-host. Okay,
So have you seen the first one?
I've seen the first one. It's like
Oh, great.
it's like an hour long.
Oh, so I could probably watch both if I can find the time.
Yeah. I think the first one is on YouTube, but for like a shit quality. So.
Okay.
Oh, it's on Arrow. It's on Fandor. It's $3 to rent.
That's the coolest like synopsis of a movie ever, too. On Letterboxd,
Tetsuo
anyway.
1 or 2.
2, Body Hammer.
Yeah. I've been meaning to like get to like the other sequels too for a bit. So to know we get to do the second one, very exciting for me. You should read the synopsis for the first one.
All right, let me find that.
But so yeah, Tetsuo 2 Body Hammer. Do we just want to talk about both movies? There's a third one.
Well, I don't want to try to do that many, but
I mean, the third one's also 70 minutes. Tetsuo 2 is 80 minutes. And then Tetsuo 1 is 67. So none of these are all like long at all, and they're all available to watch.
I'm excited. This looks good. Yeah, I'm down to watch this. A lot of people have seen this first one, so I'm down. I'm in like Flynn to watch the first two.
Okay, well, the third one's not on the watch list, so I think we can object from that. I still might personally just to finish them out, but
you know what? If you like the second one, just keep on rocking to the third.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll do 1 and 2 then.
Hell yeah.
All right, Tetsuo the Iron Man. They're both by the same director, Shinya Tsukamoto, Japanese filmmaker. The first one, plot synopsis: a metal fetishist driven mad by maggots wriggling in the wound he's made to embed metal into his flesh. Runs out into the night and is accidentally run down by a Japanese businessman and his girlfriend. The pair dispose of the corpse in hopes of quietly moving on with their lives. However, the businessman soon finds that he is now plagued by a vicious curse that transforms his flesh into iron.
Beautiful. I'm excited.
And then the sequel, Tetsuo 2 Body Hammer, same director. A Japanese salaryman finds his body transforming into a weapon through sheer rage after his son is kidnapped by a gang of violent thugs.
Badass.
Just a little bit simpler of a plot description. A little less out the gate insane. But
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I am excited to see the second one. So
beautiful.
Yeah. Again, first one's available on YouTube for free, I think, maybe last I checked, but otherwise it's available to rent fairly cheaply, as well as on Arrow Video, a couple other sites, and same thing for the sequel. Again, accessible to find and watch.
Beautiful.
These are going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Any closing remarks?
No. Go watch the movies. Be a friend of the show. Yeah, same thing. I mean, I think I can also say, like, I don't think that we'll get to record for a bit because I'm getting married in 2 weeks. Woohoo!
So I don't think we'll get a chance to record until like next month. So we've got plenty of time, audience, plenty of time. So taking an official extra week or two between episodes instead of us just being lazy and too busy to record. Now we have a real excuse, is that
planned.
We have a wedding to get ready for.
Hell yeah.
So official announcement on that part, but other than that, yeah, Tetsuo 1 and 2, maybe 3 if you're up for it. I'll maybe talk about the third one for a little bit. But not required viewing, the third one. Only 1 and 2. Thank you all for listening. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, talk about the movies, watch the movies, watch other movies too if you want. Just anything you want. Especially if it's Twister or Trap or I Saw the TV Glow.
Great suggestions.
All bangers, all of them. All right, thank you for watching, and good night.